What's going on, everyone? Could be a quick video about the Eagles' needs and kind of what I think they should do in the offseason. It's going to be a real quick video. I'm going to be going off free agency. I'm not going to be going off the the draft. Yeah, that's a whole nother video. I'm currently doing a lot of research on it. I'm looking up different players. I'm doing everything because obviously there's a lot that happens before the NFL draft this year. Like I said, this will be a quick video on some players that I think we should get, players that we should drop. Nothing, nothing too crazy. Just some thoughts fresh in my mind. I've been talking to the Philly Knights all day. Obviously, all the talks is Alshon Jeffery. If we can get a guy like Alshon Jeffery into a green uniform next year, oh my God, it would be amazing. I'd love to see that number 17 playing instead of Nelson Aguilar, obviously. But obviously, Jeffery's going to want a lot of money. I'm thinking upwards of 15, 16 a year. That's obviously, a stretch for a guy. It's a lot of money. But we are clearing up cap space with Leodis McKelvin gone. I mean, we're definitely going to get rid of, at least in my opinion, we're going to get rid of guys like Ryan Matthews. I hate to see Brent Celek go, but I think we're going to end up letting him go. We're definitely going to let a couple guards go. We're definitely going to let a couple other guys go. Obviously, the Jason Kelce situation, that's up in the air as well. But I'd love to see guys like Nelson Aguilar be gone. I'd love to see guys... Nelson Aguilar is really the main one. I don't want this guy on the team next year. I just don't want him. He's not a good player. He's a complete bust from our first round pick. He's part of Chip Kelly's nonsense. But I'd love to see Alshon Jeffery. I mean, maybe we'll get lucky and he won't ask for as much, and maybe he'll get a nice, 3-4 year deal. 3-year deal. What am I saying? 4-year deal. For a good amount of money. I'm hoping 4-year, $40 million. The next wide receiver that I really want is Kenny Britt. This kid, he's not even a kid. The dude is, he's 30 years old. He's got the speed. Hang on, my dog is eating, and I'm going to kill it. I'd love to see a guy like Kenny Britt. We just hired the Rams wide receiver coach, so kind of goes hand in hand, Kind of goes hand in hand on why we need to get him. We just need to get him. And I keep telling everyone, my man had 1,000 yards last season with Case Keenum and Jared Goff, two bum ass quarterbacks that on a shitty team. So imagine what Britt could do with a good quarterback, a great coaching staff, a great fan base. Just imagine. He could have easily been the number one receiver on our team this year, if not one of the top receivers in the whole league last year. So I think if we can get Britt and Jeffery early in free agency, that'll definitely fill our need of wide receiver this year. People are talking about Dorial Green-Beckham being gone. I love him. I love his attitude. All the nonsense with him partying and all that nonsense. It is what it is. He's a young guy. People do it. I think his demeanor will change when he sees big names on the team next year. Like I said, I see him being there, and obviously he's a big freaking dude, man. He's really good in situational. But I'd love to see him there. I'd love to see him involved more. Everyone's talking about Deshaun Jackson. I'm not completely sold on Deshaun Jackson coming back. As much as I'd like him to come back, 30 years old, definitely has the speed. He definitely has the strength to play still. But I think the hatred that he had for Chip Kelly And the fact that Chip Kelly let him go for nothing, obviously, is going to deter him from wanting to come back. I mean, the fans want him back. I mean, he was a great player for us, and it's going to be a stretch. He'll want $8 or $9 million to come back. I mean, Alshon's going to want 15, 16, and then Britt. I could see us paying him $8 or $9 mil to do it. So, I mean, that's a stretch to get all three players. I don't see us. We're going to get at least two. If we can get Britt and Jeffrey, or Britt and D-Jax, and then go to the draft. But I'd like to see Jeffrey and Britt 100%. I'd love to see Alshon Jeffrey on our team next year, man. I'd love to see Kenny Britt on our team. Obviously, we need to focus on the corners, and we need to focus on our running back situation, especially with Sproles being his last year. And obviously, Wendell Smallwood is very, very young. And like I said, I don't see Ryan Matthews staying, especially with his injuries and everything like that. But definitely just the main point of this video is to go, just go after Alshon Jeffrey and go after Kenny Britt. Get those two and make something happen. We have the quarterback. The quarterback's probably the only thing we have solidified in our offense right now. Jason Peters, he's 35 years old. He's playing like he's 21 still. He's a great player. Lane Johnson is one more failed drug test away from getting banned for a couple of years. I mean, as long as those two, we can get it all. I know Alan Barber, he's iffy, but I'd love to see Lane Johnson and Jason Peters on that squad next year, playing their hearts out. And I don't think Lane Johnson's gonna fuck up again. I don't think he's gonna have that mentality again. But we'll see. Who knows? Aaron Hernandez says he didn't kill anyone, and now he's facing a second murder charge. So, you know what I mean? Who knows? But definitely Alshon Jeffrey, and definitely Kenny Britt. Go after him. And that's all I got to say. Go Philly Knights. Shout out to all you guys. You guys are great. You guys have been talking real good. Can't wait for next year. Free agency's coming up, and go Birds.